This is going to be part 2 of the haul. I don't know. We need a good name for it because we got a lot of stuff.
The score.
Yeah, score. So, anyways, as you probably already noticed, I got 2 crawlers or dozers. One's a loader, one's a bulldozer, and a little red Speedex. But this here is parts from the bulldozer.
Kind of a bad discovery there.
Turns out both dozers have locked up motors. So, let's see if I can get this up to the camera. You can see it. This here is all 4 rust. This is one of the liners for the engine. Actually, I broke it off. It's supposed to be attached to the rest of it, but we're getting a new liner set, or a used new liner set. Then we got 4 pistons out of the diesel. But what's nice is this rod bearings, perfect shape. So I think it was a low time motor.
So basically a new deck with sleeves and a new set of piston rings, and you'll be hopefully.
Yeah, that's the major part, and then we'll have the cylinder head redone.
Oh, okay.
So, and gaskets and oil, and I got to pull the oil pump, make sure it's okay because it might have been in the water, so we'll make sure it's not locked up.
Probably a good idea.
But so that's where we stand on the dozer one. The crawler needs a lot more repairs, and I knew that when I got it, but the dozer was a complete mystery. So. Of the scores. This is a 1632 Speedex tractor. The only difference between it and the 1631 is this has hydraulics. So it's got a nice little valve here and a little 3-point hitch on the back that goes up and down. I got a mower deck with it, a snow plow, a chisel plow, a disc. There might have been something else I got with it, I don't remember.
Lots of stuff.
Yes. So, this is a 16 horse Briggs & Stratton. I still have some issues with it. I think I did rebuild the carburetor, but it's not perfect. I'm going to probably change the magneto. So we can try and start it.
I was going to say, we can start it.
We could try. It kind of runs. I mean, it's not bad.
Single cylinder.
It's the biggest single cylinder they made for horizontal. So turn the gas back off because the float's not right. This also has a T92 transmission, which is a highly sought after thing. Everybody loves this little. It's like a miniature automotive transmission. Awesome. So. We're going to keep on toying with it, and this will probably be my trailer mover, and I might even put the motor deck on it. So
it's probably the best piece from the haul as far
as able to run, yeah. It's missing some brakes, but the stupid thing's got like 3 braking systems. So you got a hand brake, and then if you push the clutch back, it pushes the brake against the pulley. So if you're in gear, it'll stop you. And then you could have 2 steering brakes. So. It's got brakes everywhere. But very cool tractor. I love the size. I think it'll do great, especially with these chains and these bigger ag tires. I think it'll do great for moving stuff around.
It'd be fun to put some implements on it and play around with it for a future video.
Yeah, we can even like go out and plow a field with it or something. All right, let's go look at what else we got. All right.
So behind us here is the dozer that the deck and the sleeves and the pistons came out of. What do we got?
1010 diesel. So it actually says that on it, but you can't see that. I can see it though.
It's a John Deere.
Yes, it's a John Deere, which just means that it's really expensive to work on.
I was going to say, which means it's worth twice as much, but...
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know about that. Nice running shape. It's probably about a $5,000 piece of equipment. It's pretty small. It weighs about 8,000 pounds. So, in the case of this one and that one, someone had left the exhaust uncovered, and therefore water got in and rusted up the bores, and it stuck valves.
Bad idea.
So you can see I put it on my workbench.
Not many people have a mobile workbench.
No, so yeah, I wanted to have it up out of the dirt to play with. I got the pan off of it right now, and so I get the rod caps off. So the tracks on it look to be in excellent shape as far as wear. I guess that's like a major thing on crawlers, is you got to like measure so many pins and compare the pitch and find out how much wear or how long you can run the tracks.
And that's pretty much when they decide that they're not worth saving anymore when the tracks are gone, right?
Yeah, you cannot get tracks for this machine at all, except for used ones. What you can do is there's a newer model, you can buy that, and it's like the same track, but it's a different pitch. So what you have to do is this rear sprocket, you cut the outer edge of it off and weld on the outer edge of the newer style. And then you can run the newer tracks, which they still make new.
Yikes.
So, yeah, it's a lot of work. And these have in the back there's a final drive housing, which takes it's got looks like a differential, but it's not. It's just a ring and pinion. And then you have two gearboxes to gear it down. In between that, you have steering clutches, so your hands are off the machine, everything's engaged, and it moves. So you pull a lever back, and it disengages this clutch. It disengages the left track, so it goes like this. Or you pull this one back, and it disengages that one. If you pull them further back, it'll lock the track, so it'll set the brake on this one so it spins tight. But you can't actually like make one track forward and one track backwards.
Interesting.
You can't do that, but you can stop one fully. So it also has something called a hydraulic reverser, which is there's like an automatic transmission in it. So you got a clutch, you got stick shift. So you're bebopping along in third gear, pushing whatever. You just reach up and whoop, pull back on the lever, and it goes backwards in third gear.
That's awesome.
So there's no clutch, no nothing. You just whoop, it goes backs right up. So that's pretty cool.
Sounds like it's going to be a fun piece of equipment.
I certainly hope so. I'm really anxious to run it, but I got a lot of work because the transmission in it has a bad set of bearings. It hasn't hurt anything yet, but I need to take the transmission apart, which means I pretty much got to blow this thing to pieces.
Awesome.
No, not awesome. So while I'm at it, I'll probably go ahead, and everybody says you got to do the steering clutches in it and the brake bands in it, so go ahead and look everything over.
Sounds like a plan.
But
he won't record that.
No. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So now we need to take a look at the other dozer that we got.
Okay, let's do that.
This is the final piece of equipment. So I got 3 pieces of equipment for one price, and it was fairly cheap, I think so.
Yeah, not too bad.
I can tell them how much, can I?
Yeah, probably. I don't think anyone's gonna hate you for it.
Oh, you'll hate me. I paid $1,200 for all 3 pieces of equipment. But the reason why it's so cheap is, number one, they're in bad condition. The Speedex didn't run either before I got a hold of it.
And number two, they were on the backside of a piece of property that only he could really get the stuff out without annihilating the property.
Yeah, other people would end up dragging this across yards and stuff, and I was able to get the crane in and get them out and get them out through the woods without hurting anything. So that's another reason why I got the job, because I had the equipment to do it. So anyways, behind me is a 440 John Deere. That one's a 1010, and they're very similar. This is they're 1 model year difference. So I think that one's a 63 and this one's 59 or something. But
you always have the old equipment, don't you?
yeah, I love old stuff. I can't help it. But so this is the one. The 1010 is the one that made after this one. So this is a slightly older one. The cool thing about this one is, well, number one, it's a loader. It's got a 2-cylinder John Deere engine in it. So you all seen the old green tractors with big old jug cylinders just go bump, 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 bump. So this has got the same kind of engine, but it's upright. Matter of fact, I think this is the biggest 2-cylinder they ever made. So it's got big pistons in it, rusted.
So should we give them a close-up?
Sure. In a minute. Yeah, let's do a close-up. Grab hold of the camera. It's a 2-cylinder, and it's big bores. I did manage to break free the motor.
Awesome.
There's the hydraulic pump that we were cheating with earlier.
It's a thing of beauty, isn't it?
Yep. So this one I knew had issues. The other one I have no history on. So this had the track off of it, and I go and look at it, and the final drive housing is off of it and missing. So I had to go throughout the entire property, and parts of this machine were scattered over 5 acres.
Tell them about the track.
Yeah, so it's missing the track, right? I'm like, where the heck's the track? I'm like, did he just like run it off the track and leave it wherever? So we go looking everywhere for the track. I looked hours for this thing. And we found it. It's laying here, but it's rolled up in a ball. It was leaning against a tree covered in poison ivy. And you could see it from where this was if you knew what you were looking for, but you would never spot it. You had to like go around behind everything and come in from another direction, and then I found the track. So, yeah, parts were just everywhere. I think I found all the parts. I am going to go get a new housing because the housing I found has been repaired. I don't know when I'm actually going to work on this one. It may be quite a while.
Several years, probably.
Yeah. Right now, I just want to get the dozer running because I have a project for it.
Yeah, well, that's the reason this one's in the back corner of the.
Yeah, it's going to hide here for a while.
Yeah, at least it's out of the weather.
Yeah, it's still a really cool piece of equipment and a lot of parts interchanged. So I should be able to get it going at some point day in the future when I retire. And by the time I'm 90, it might run.
Maybe.
Well, there you go. That is our haul.
Yeah. Or score.
Score? Yes, score. I'm very happy with it, even though it's taken up every single second of my life for the last 2.5 weeks. What do you think, sir?
It's true. I think it's great. I think it's going to be a blast. I'm going to try to keep his feet to the fire and make sure he records more video.
No time for that. You guys don't get to see nothing. Next time you see me, I'll be pushing stuff over. So,
all right. So
we're done.
Anyway.